So here we will see HTTP protocol. So HTTP protocol is safe to assume that most people that uses a computer today have had an experience of hypertext transfer protocol. Perhaps without even knowing it, when they surf the web, what they do is they navigate between pages using a browser that communicate with the server using HTTP. HTTP has become much more than navigation between pages on the internet. Today, it is also used in machine to machine, that is M to M communication, automation, and Internet of Things, among the other things. So much is done on the internet today using the HTTP protocol because it is easily accessible and easy to relate to. For this reason, we are starting our study of Internet of Things by studying HTTP. This will allow you to get a good grasp of its strength and weakness, even though it is perhaps one of the most technical complex protocol. Okay, let's start with HTTP basics. HTTP is stateless request response protocol where client requests information from a server and the server responds to these requests accordingly. A request is basically made up of a method, a resource, some headers, and some optional content. A resource is made up of 3-digit status code and some headers and some optional content. This can be observed in the following diagram. Each resource is originally thought to be a collection of hypertext documents or HTML documents is identified by URL, that is Uniform Resource Locator. Clients simply use the GET method to request resources from the corresponding server. In the structure of the URL presented next, the resource is identified by the path and the server by the authority portion of the URL. HTTP defines a set of headers that can be used to attach meta information about the request and the responses sent over the network. HTTP works on top of the Internet Protocol. In this protocol, machines are addressed using an IP address, which make it possible to communicate between different local area network, that is LANs, that might use different addressing schemes, even though the most common ones are Ethernet type networks that use media across control, that is MAC addresses. Communication in HTTP is then done over a transmission control protocol connection between the client and the server. The TCP connection makes sure that the packets are not lost and are received in the same order in which they were sent. Encryption can be done through the use of secure socket layers SSL or transport layer security. When this is done, the protocol is normally named Hypertext Transfer Protocol Secure, that is HTTPS, and the communication is performed on separate port, namely 443. In these case, most commonly the server but also the client can be authenticated using X.509 certificates that are based on a public key infrastructure, that is PKI, where anybody with access to the public part of the certificate can encrypt data meant for the holder of the private part of the certificate. Thanks for watching, guys.